Erich Mario Remarque will forgive me, I hope, but it is all quiet on the Bill O'Reilly front. Quiet. Too quiet. Our number 2 story on the countdown. Haven't heard a word from Ted Baxter since last Thursday when chillingly he revealed that he really believed he could summon local police to pay a visit to callers to his radio program who disagreed with him or said bad words like my name. Of course, if he's been quiet, others like Howard Stern and Al Franken have not been. That and one of the callers who actually got an O'Reilly-ordered phone call from Fox Security in a moment. First, a refresher, though we can't be certain how much of the call actually got on the air. This was what was posted on Bill O'Reilly's website.
Orlando, Florida. Mike, go.
Hey, Bill. I appreciate you taking my call.
Sure.
I like to listen to you during the day. I think Keith Olbermann's show.
There you go. Mike is he's a gone guy. You know, we have your phone numbers, by the way. So if you're listening, Mike, we have your phone number, and we're going to turn it over to Fox Security, and you'll be getting a little visit.
Maybe Mike is from the mothership.
No, maybe Mike's going to get in big trouble because we're not going to play around. When you call us, ladies and gentlemen, just so you know, we do have your phone number. And if you say anything untoward, obscene, or anything like that, Fox Security then will contact your local authorities, and you will be held accountable. Fair?
That's fair.
So just all you guys who do this kind of a thing, you know, I know some shock jocks, whatever, you will be held accountable. Believe it. We'll be right back.
And they'll hit you real hard. The caller insists he used no foul language, but the host used the dump button to cut him off. By the way, their entire exchange was later scrubbed from the website. Last Friday, we addressed Mr. O'Reilly's notion that the caller was doing something illegal or something constituting harassment. He was not. We explored the possibility that when Fox Security calls callers, that itself could amount to harassment, and it might. As mentioned, there has been some talk about this elsewhere. From the Denver newspaper, the Rocky Mountain News, TV writer Dusty Saunders expressed amazement that talk radio is being used to threaten talk radio callers. My first thought, he wrote, was that the former Denver broadcaster, O'Reilly, had his tongue tucked firmly in his cheek, particularly in regard to Fox Security and calling local authorities, but a self-deprecating sense of humor is not one of O'Reilly's strong points, end quote. And there was the 1-2 radio punch. First, Howard Stern on Tuesday from his broadcast on Sirius satellite radio. Besides getting a good laugh from the references to Fox Security, Mr. Stern had this to say.
I think O'Reilly's getting crazy. The fact of the matter is, you're allowed to call into a radio show and say whatever you want. The radio show is soliciting for phone calls. That's the idea of the show. Just because the host doesn't like what the caller is saying, you can't alert the authorities. You can't contact authorities when you have a call-in show.
And my friend Al Franken on Air America, who got wind of O'Reilly's threat and has experienced them of his own, during yesterday's broadcast, he aired his Fox Security recruitment promo.
Join the proud, the few. Join Fox Security. Boys, we just got a phone number from O'Reilly. Let's roll. Yes? O'Reilly and Fox say hello. Join Fox Security and be part of the #1 security team in cable news. You'll learn how to pat down Madeleine Albright. You'll learn how to stretch Greta Van Sustern's face to the breaking point. And most importantly, you'll learn how to trace a phone number to its source. Oh, hi. Fox Security. Fair.
Oh, my God, stop! Oh, please!
And balanced.
And then there is the real Fox News Security, which, as the big giant head himself promised, would be calling Mike from Orlando. Last Friday, it actually happened. Fox News Security left this message on his answering machine.
Yeah, my name's Tony from Fox News Security. I was wondering if you could give me a phone call. I appreciate it. 212.
He did not swear there, by the way. We bleeped his last name and his phone number for his own protection. And speaking of his own protection, joining me now, the so-called Mike from Orlando, whose name is actually Mick. We are withholding his last name to protect his identity. And obviously, that's not bad lighting. We're obscuring that picture deliberately. Good evening to you, sir.
Hi, Keith. How you doing?
Tell us what you said on that call to Mr. O'Reilly that we never got a chance to hear.
Well, what I said was, hey, Bill, thanks for taking my call. I like to listen to in the afternoons because Keith Olbermann has the best show at 8 o'clock. Why are you always smearing him?
That was it? There was no swearing? There was no...
Nothing.
Wow. And why did you call?
Well, there's you may or may not be aware of it, there's actually a petition up on Bill O'Reilly's website trying to get you fired.
Yeah, we heard a little something about that.
And there's a website, it's www.callingallwingnuts.com, that has basically said that both sides should be heard. And if Bill O'Reilly wants to try and get you kicked off the air, well, then I think we have the right to call Bill O'Reilly and say that that's not a very good idea because we like you.
Well, thank you for that. What do you do for a living, by the way? Can you tell us that without giving away too much of your identity?
Well, I can say hi to my students at Fairview and leave it at that.
So you're a teacher at some school somewhere in
Something
America.
Like
The Fox News security guy who left you a message, did you call him back?
No, I didn't, actually. He called on Friday evening, and I was actually out, and I missed your segment on Friday evening as well, and I actually did not even hear about this until Sunday, when my wife alerted me that there was actually a voicemail message for me.
But you know of others who have been called by someone identifying themselves as Fox News security?
Correct. At the www.callingallwingnuts.com, there were several people we decided that we were going to call Bill O'Reilly's show, and we all agreed we were going to be polite, nice, but just voice our opinion, that we disagreed with what he was saying, what he was trying to do. And another caller did manage to get through. She did say your name on air, and she said 15 minutes later her cell phone rang. She was actually in the car with her daughter, and it was the gentleman who identified himself on my answer machine. And he was with Fox Security, and she actually was reduced to tears. She was so concerned. Her daughter was in the car.
We've had a lot of perverse fun with this, but honestly, even if that were, I don't know, Rachel Maddow or another liberal on the air threatening callers, it makes me shiver for the democracy. Mick, alias Mike from Orlando, thanks for putting yourself at such great personal risk. From the also now from the Fox Security Video Squad by joining us here tonight.
All right, thanks, Keith.
Thank you, sir. Stay safe.
Okay.